What's going on, everyone? Welcome. This is the Warehouse Series, and welcome to a very important subject that I really want you guys to light this up, guys. I don't ask for this too many times, but let's light this video up. I want you to give me thumbs up like crazy, thumbs down. I want you to comment and share and try to get this out. So I want the higher ups in your warehouse to see this, the management, corporate. I want people that don't give a shit to see this. People that just see numbers on a sheet every day and they don't know exactly what's going on in the warehouse, they are the people I want to see this. All right, so I am obviously going to be a lot talking from my warehouse today, but guys, when you're talking over on Discord, I am constantly reading your conversations, and you validate time and time again that this happens at other warehouses as well. Please light up the comment section, guys. Almost 900 members on Discord. Please join that. Please subscribe. Donate to the channel if you really want to, guys. I really appreciate all the donations that come in. It really helps me just pay for everything I got to do. I got to get a new green screen soon. This green screen's pissing me off, and I got to get a new green screen. Guys, check out my Something Different shop. This is one of my shirts. I was going to put it on, and then I liked it too much, so I kept it for myself. Something Different shop, check it out. Great prices over there. Let's get on to today's video. All right, guys, so I'm going to be going over 6 topics of why I think you are set up to fail before day one. All right, guys, topic number 1, not being transparent during interviews and during orientation. I am constantly talking to supervisors, nitpicking their brains, seeing if I could get them to slip on something. Guys, I'm going in and out of focus. Just ignore that. I talk to our committee guys. I go up and during orientations, and then and when I was training, guys, I always hit up our trainees on like day 3 or 4. And even if they're not my trainees, I ask them all the time, did they tell you this is exactly what you're going to be doing up in orientation? There was not one time I got a yes. It was a no every single time. And that is because up in orientation, they are sugarcoating things all the time. They do not want to tell you exactly what you're going to be doing. I swear these companies, these warehouses, just have to report a number on a sheet to corporate, to higher ups. That's all they got to do. Hey, we brought in 50 trainees or new employees this week, or month rather. I think that's all they have to do. It doesn't matter how many stayed or whatever, if they retained any or whatever. It's just hey, we're trying to get people in here. And sugarcoating it, like at our warehouse, I had one trainee tell me the one time, oh man, I can't believe that there's 200 plus people that got 10 years plus in here. Man, this is a place that I want to be at, man. It just seems like a strong union shop. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, did they tell you that we had it a hell of a lot easier? That my 100% back whenever I used to throw cases is a lot harder now. It was cakewalk whenever I did it. Now your 100% is ridiculous. No, they didn't tell you that. And they didn't tell you that you're going to be throwing cases for 15 years either. All right. Back when I started, I threw cases for 3 years. I mean, I mainly threw for 10, but I was able to get a forklift from here and there, time to time again. But they definitely sugarcoat things up in orientation because they want your body on the floor. It's a body count, and that's all they care about. Another thing that irritates me is how many people quit on week 1 because they are told that, you're excited, you got a new job, you're in orientation, you're with other people in there, people you never met before, other new employees. And I'm sure they tell you opportunity. They probably say there's an opportunity to work daylight. And then maybe that doesn't work with your schedule. Maybe you got a family or even the bus schedule. Our shift ends at 11 o'clock. Buses stop running a little after 10. So how the hell are you getting home? All right. So they set you up for failure. Yeah, there's an opportunity for you to work daylight. Guys, just come on and say, there's a 90% chance you're going to be on an afternoon shift. 90% chance. Stop sugarcoating shit and just tell the people what they want to know. All right? Because it doesn't matter what you tell the person. If it's not working with their home life, they can't work. So stop telling them that they could get daylight if they're going to be working afternoon. And the other thing is overtime. Now, they have really cut down on overtime in my building a lot. And you know why? It has nothing to do with that they don't need the people to stay. They don't want them to stay because they're afraid they're going to quit. We can't retain people. This is why I just feel like automation is going to be coming fast, because we can't retain people. Yeah, there's always a revolving door in a warehouse, but we have definitely, in the last couple of years, cannot keep anybody. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. It's just crazy. But they also sugarcoat. There's going to be times and times again you can work overtime, mandatory. Guys, tell them how strict you are on overtime. You're very strict on overtime. You got to work it or you're going to be fired. Holidays, don't expect to see your family. You're going to be living here for 12 hours a day working overtime. So I really think they sugarcoat overtime as well. All right, guys, number 2 is no lifting or reading test anymore at our work. Is this happening at yours as well? Please let me know in the comment section below. We used to have a reading and a lifting test. I cannot tell you how many people come in and they can't physically do the job. Well, if you would have a lifting test for these people like you used to have, it would tell them right now, instead of embarrassing these people out on the floor, because it is. To me, it's embarrassing to them. For a shorter person coming out there, maybe it's just us is not physically able to do this. It's just absolutely blows my mind, because you are lifting up to 80 pounds and you could be lifting those 80 pounds, not just on a base, but you can lift it at beach chest high. And if it's over head high, then the hell with it, but you could be at least lifting this chest high multiple times throughout one order. These people need a lifting test. They need a reading test. We've had, it's not a lot, but probably 3 or 4 people in the last 3 or 4 years had to quit because they could not read. Stop belittling these people. Stop humiliating these people just because you need a freaking number on the floor saying that we hired X amount of people this month. It's ridiculous. Every warehouse should be doing a lifting test and a reading test, instead of embarrassing these people in front of a lot of people, a lot of childish people out on the floor, and possibly making fun of them. It's so uncalled for. This is one thing that really irritates me. The other thing is improper lifting. This is something that is definitely going to, because guys, you have a standard tack to everything you do in that warehouse, and you're lifting hundreds of cases per order. There is no way you're properly lifting every case. It's impossible. It is absolutely impossible, and it's just not happening. So improper lifting and getting sore over time, wear and tear on your body is something that is definitely setting you up for failure. And once again, guys, I want to go back to basic reading, just a basic reading test. That's all you need to give these guys, a number test, a basic reading test. And if they don't pass, it's between you as an interviewer and that employee, you and them, one-on-one, not that person coming into hundreds of people on the floor and everybody talking, oh, did you hear so-and-so can't read, he had to quit. It's bullshit. Stop doing it. Stop embarrassing these people and start doing the basic reading test and lifting. All right, guys, now I want to get on to the trainers. This is something that you guys know from time watching my videos that this really irritates me. The first thing is that, when you, at our work, we have bid trainers, and if the bid trainers are off, it goes out to an open bid where anybody can take that job. And the people that take the job, they just do it for an easier job, because I don't have to do this today. I don't have to be on the clock chasing minutes today. I'm going to take the trainer job, and then they get it, and they don't give a shit what happens to that trainee that day. They don't care if they teach them. They don't care what they do with them. So we have some very bad trainers, and they need to be properly trained themselves, as far as I'm concerned. And the other thing is they have no techniques. Put a case here, put a case there. They basically, what they do through the trainees training week is put that case here, put that case there. And then when that trainee's by himself, he has no idea what to do. Instead of teaching them, keep your high corners, low insides, all that stuff that I teach on this Chandler cross and T method, keeping a strong back, a strong front, weak middles. You don't want smaller cases on the corners. You want bigger cases on the corners facing in. Teach them a technique. Don't just go and say, put that there, like you're building the pallet. There's no way they're going to learn off of that. So the trainers, oh my God, they're horrible. There's so many bad trainers out there. And the other thing I hate is you get multiple trainers. It could be a training week and you're going to get 3, 4 trainers. Actually, someone on Discord just said about a couple months ago that they had 3 trainers during their course of the week of training. And I said, yeah, and they probably all had different methods. And they're like, they did. Every single person was telling me to do something different. It'd be, no, I get it if someone has vacation time in or whatever, maybe they're only there for a couple of days, but it is very important for that. If you have 3 trainees and 3 trainers, don't be mixing them up every day. Make sure that one trainer is sticking with the trainee as long as possible. And, and maybe if there's a new trainee coming on or trainer coming on, maybe that trainer could talk to the other trainer. Hey, you're not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be training them. What have you been showing them so I can stick with the same method? Got to be on the same page. Can't have 3 different trainers teaching 3 different methods. All right, guys, number 4, clueless managers and supervisors. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. These probably 99% of them have never selected a box in their life. Every now and then you get a person that was selecting that went to a supervision job and they know the life of selecting, but these guys are so clueless. They don't know what we go through on a daily basis. So I want to talk about training days. You know, it's crazy that, you know, you get evaluation weeks, all right? Week 1, you got to be at a 50%. Week 2, you got to be at blah, 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 whatever. And it just increases from there. I really wish warehouses would just suck up their pride on this 100% that they want everyone to achieve so bad, and at least give people 3 weeks of no percentages to worry about. All right? A lot of these warehouses give 12 weeks. 3 weeks. No percentages to worry about. We want you to focus on building your pallet. Do these warehouses realize that if you learn to build your pallet, your time's come? How many times have you heard me say that on here, guys? And these managers and supervisors, they're told what to do from upper management, and it just trickles down. They're so clueless. They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. If you would allow your employee to learn their system and learn to build a pallet, you know how many more employees you would retain? Seriously, instead of shoving from orientation, 100%, 100%, 100%, you got to be at 100%, 100%, 100%. Stop it. Allow these people to learn how to build a pallet and you'll get your 100%. And here we go, 100%. So I basically just dwindled down right to this stupid 100% that you guys are so fixated on. Let them learn how to build their pallet. And once again, they have no clue. They have no clue what it takes to go in and day out, throw in these boxes, 100%, possibly more. Guys, the incentive program is not there because they want to give you more money. All right, that's not why it's there. It's there because they cannot retain employees and they want you to work harder to make up for the difference that their numbers are. They might need 300 employees and they're at number 200. And for the life of them, they cannot get to 300. So they implement an incentive program to get you to throw faster to make up for the 100 people they're missing. So don't think they're doing you a favor by incentive. They're just getting you to do work for people that they need and they can't get. All right, guys, another one that sets you up for failure is warehouse slotting. And they slot warehouses to please stores. All right, it's easier for the store to break it down. This is the order that it is whenever you go into the store. It doesn't matter about us. It doesn't matter that this makes it harder for us to throw boxes. Whatever pleases the stores is what they're going to do. They don't care. They're not trying to make your life easier inside the warehouse. And I told you guys, we reslotted our warehouse. They only did it to get us to throw more cases per hour. Heavy moving items all in a row instead of us jumping all over the warehouse. We got a bunch of fast moving items that get selected every day. They're all in a row, so we're less travel time. Travel time is the #1 killer for warehouses. They don't want you to travel. They want you to throw cases. They want cases. More cases per minute, the better. Well, they reslotted our warehouse to make sure that we're throwing more cases per hour to tack on the what I said on the 100%, or for incentives rather, is that they need us to do more per hour because they cannot get the bodies in there. So they reslotted our warehouse to get us to throw more cases per hour. It doesn't matter that it's making the pallets harder to build. They don't care about that. It's all about cases out the door. And with their slotting, once again, if you're putting all the fast moving items together, it's going to cause traffic. It's going to cause slowdowns, and it's going to cause, people getting denied their delay time and everything like that. So everything they do in the warehouse, they do it for whatever pleases themselves. They don't give a freaking frack about the damn selector. And I want to end with the most important, safety. Now, once again, you heard me bitch about this on Discord Friday yesterday. They do not care about safety. Just like I told you guys that you're a number and you hated me for that. I'm telling you right now, they don't give a flying shit about safety. They could preach it all they want. I know they don't care. And the one thing is because of the percentages. All right. I hope you guys realize this. I told you it was very easy for me to throw 100% back in the day compared to now. And I told you guys when I first started this YouTube channel, I can't stand people comparing their warehouse from one to the other. Well, I could do 120%. How can you only get 110%? Do you guys realize that within those 100%, from one warehouse to the other, that it could be very different? It could be extremely different. 100% could be very hard to make at one warehouse compared to the other. It is so different, it's not even funny. And that's all these warehouses care about is percentages. They don't care about safety. They care about making you throw as fast as possible and get as many cases out the door. And another thing they do, low and high slots. I've been watching some of these videos on TikTok and other YouTubers, people that put on videos of them selecting in the warehouse. I cannot believe how high some of these slots are and how low some of these slots are, where people actually have to get on their knees to grab the case. Like, it boggles my mind. And that just shows me warehouses don't give a shit about the selector. We don't care. This is what's convenient for us as a warehouse, to put these slots in up high and these slots down low. It doesn't matter that this selector has to jump up or use a hook and even still get possibly hurt, because I've seen people select with cases up over a 6-foot person's head, or a pick slot, and they're hooking it. And what's the chances of that falling down and hitting them in the head? So warehouses don't care. They just want their numbers out. They don't care that they're putting pick slots where they don't need to be. And the other thing that too many people, it's like on a holiday, all right? Our warehouse will keep post shift. They'll have 150 to 200 people on the floor. And and everyone's chasing a standard system. And then they get so shocked when an accident happens, and then they blame you for it. Every time someone gets hurt in the warehouse, leave in the comment section below. Do they make you feel guilty for it? What do you mean you hurt your lower back? How'd that happen? What were you doing? Were you horseplaying? They make you feel bad every time you get hurt in the warehouse. Like, that physical job is not wearing out your body over time. When it happened to me twice, guys. I hurt my lower back and I hurt my groin, and both times they made me try to make me feel so guilty for getting hurt. Ooh, it pisses me off. Guys, I have 25 and a half years at my warehouse. They don't care about safety. I'm telling you right now. This was a humongous rant for today, and like I said, share it with your bosses. I don't give a shit. I am so sick of warehouses treating their selectors and looking at them as, how many cases can I get out of these guys, and start looking at them like human beings. It is a big factor in warehousing. If you start treating your employees a little bit better, start telling them what the hell they're getting into before they get into it, maybe you could retain a little bit better employees that are going to be able to do the job. Because if you're upfront with them and they're still willing to do the job, they're the ones that are probably going to stay. It's not going to be all these people that you lied to. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.